If you know me in real life, then it's probably best that you don't watch this video, solely because I get into some deep topics, and some of them I probably wouldn't be talking about to you with you guys in real life. But if you don't, I'd stick around. Me personally, I'm pretty passionate about how the human mind works. I mean, I probably want to go to college for psychology, like one of my other friends did. But you know, I'm still passionate about the way that the human mind works. The human mind, especially with school, goes through all these different sort of, like, it kind of warps, if you get what I mean. And it's not even like from ninth to 12th grade all throughout high school, because some minds never change, you know? Some people drop out and don't get to finish the mind warping of school all the way till you graduate. See, I was having a conversation with one of my homies a few years ago. Actually, I think it was just like last year. It wasn't that long ago. And he was talking to me about how as soon as school gets out, my mental health takes a decline like this, right? And at the time, I didn't really think much of it. I was like, yeah, kind of just happens. It's happened a few years in a row now. I've just kind of grown used to it. But recently, it really got me thinking, because it's happened again. And it really got me thinking, why does my mental health take a tank when school gets out? And the only reasonable explanation is just the social aspect. You know, me being the person that I am and always socializing with everybody, you know, when you're not around as many people for a good 2-3 months at a time, your mind's not used to it. Your mind's not used to just, I wake up tomorrow, all these people I'm not going to be able to see for 3 months. Even if it's just like people you're not even close to, just people you're used to seeing at school all day, or people, just the crowd. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why I personally like school, is just from the social aspect. Another conversation that me and my homie had about school is how our mindset can pretty much do a complete 180 between kindergarten and 12th grade. Me personally, I think he's right, you know? Because think about it. You start kindergarten, you're scared, right? Because you're not going to be used to seeing as many people on a day-to-day basis. You're scared to make new friends. You're scared to talk to your teachers, because from the past 5 years of your life, you've only really had your family. Maybe some friends you make at the playground here or there, or maybe a neighbor. But this is school, and the 5-year-old brain cannot comprehend who the fuck are these people, you know? As elementary school goes on, kindergarten, you go to 1st grade, you're kind of used to it, and by the end of kindergarten, you're like, okay, I have some friends, my teachers are cool, the school environment I'm actually used to now. It kind of starts from there, and then 1st grade comes around, and it's like, oh wait, school's back in session, let's go, I can see all my new friends. And the cycle repeats year after year after year. For the human mind, especially for the social aspect, elementary school is the most important, you know, because you're actually learning how to socialize with people. You're actually learning how other people work to an extent, because obviously you're still young. You're not really thinking about other people's feelings to an extent that a high schooler were, or a college student were, or a full-grown adult. Middle school is fucking pointless, I feel like. For the mind, in terms of grades, in terms of school as a whole, why? It's just like a 3-year-long transitioning period into high school. That's exactly what it is. See, now I can go on and on about how the school system is designed, but there are a bunch of other videos on that. In terms of the human mind and how it works and how it's evolving as you're growing up, from 5th to 6th grade, nothing really changes. 6th to 7th grade, nothing really. To some people, I know a few friends, and myself personally, like middle of 7th grade, like right in the halfway point of middle school is when, like, shit really started to change. In terms of how my mind works, in terms of how I see other people, in terms of how I can read people. There's always that turning point during middle school. And most of the time it's like right at the halfway point. And then 8th grade is also fucking pointless. Because now if you have reached that halfway point effect, you know how people's minds work. Again, to an extent. And you know how to read people. You know how to care about other people's feelings. You've pretty much, I hate to use the phrase woken up, But you've woken up a little bit in your head. You've gotten out of this box of your little kid, you know? You're actually growing up. Your mind is evolving to prepare you for being an adult. I guess the only good thing about 8th grade is just preparing you for the even bigger crowd that is high school. If you go to my school, think about this. Think about the time where you were in 8th grade. The days are counting down to first day of freshman year. Were you nervous? Don't lie to me. Were you nervous? 90% of people are. Because at this day and age, who the fuck is excited to go into high school? Let's go back to COVID, right? You know, I remember the day like it was yesterday, pretty much. You know, previous day, I went to bed, I got done playing outside with my friends. I'm like, tomorrow's gonna be a good ass day. It's Friday, it's almost spring break. I'm trying to turn up. And you wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning to hear that all schools in your area are shut down for 2 weeks. And you're like, oh, type shit. 2 weeks off, early spring break, and then there's spring break after that. Type shit. I get a whole month off. This is tight. This is tight. I get a whole month off. But then the months pass. Online school, being stuck inside, not being able to hang out with your friends, a pandemic where you can't even go anywhere. You have to stay 6 feet away from everybody. April, May, June, July, some of August, and then September comes around. A whole 6 months of not socializing in a school environment. That is enough time for your brain to get rid of that effect of being like, okay, school time, socializing. You're fucking scared now. You can't socialize the same as you were able to 6 months ago. Especially if you were younger. People that were in the pandemic during 3rd, 4th, 5th grade even. You can't socialize how you used to anymore. You can't be, dapping up your homies type shit. You have to wear masks. You have to stay 6 feet apart. COVID fucked with the socializing aspect of your mental. Especially in a school setting. And if you were in 8th grade transitioning into high school, during those 6 months of peak COVID, you were fucked from the beginning. High school is where you really start to see emotional maturity, your mind evolving faster than you can even comprehend, and you start to learn more about not only other people, but yourself. In those 4 years of high school, or 5 if you fail a few classes, I know some people that do, between beginning of freshman year and the time you graduate high school, you've learned, your mind has taken in so much of people, how they work, how their mind works, at all the things along those lines. I feel like high school is more important to your mind in terms of you becoming an adult. In terms of you actually starting the process of growing up as a kid, elementary school is definitely the most important. But for high school, if you actually want to become a fucking adult, a grown-ass man or woman, those 4 years of high school are the most important. I was talking to one of my friends last night, and I found out that she dropped out of high school in the 9th grade. And I made a joke that's like, it's no wonder you're so slow in the head, der. But then after I got off that call, it got me thinking, I'm like, no, because I'm actually right there. And I said slow in the head not to be rude. I mean, actually. How the human mind works as someone who is a high school dropout compared to someone who graduated high school, doesn't matter. Fuck a GPA, just actually graduated high school to begin with. The difference is massive. Like, just comparing the two friends that I know, the high school dropout and the one that graduates in 9 months. The way their mind works, the difference between that is fucking drastic. And I'm not even saying that to try to, you shouldn't drop out. I mean, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't drop out. Not even because the school system sucks. But think about it this way. If you're a social person like me and are always surrounded by people, if you drop out, you're fucked. No matter when. You have to get through high school to be able to truly understand how the human mind works between yourself and other people. I guess I just wanted to make this video because I've just been thinking about this a lot recently. And if you're here at the end, That means you like these talk videos, and trust me, even more of them are to come in the near future. Before I go, I wanted to say, you guys are blowing the fuck up out of that PC build video I did, and I just wanted to say thank you. If to all the new subs that come from that PC build video, stick around, because I create everything. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys are drinking water, and have yourselves a damn good one. Later.